What's good in the hood, y'all? What's going on? How y'all doing? Welcome to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James. I am here to give my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't think it will, but you never know. But joining me as always is my co-host, Mrs. Best. Y'all say what's up to her.
Hello, happiest of Mondays. Oh, I got an echo. I'll be back.
Yeah, she had it. I hear it. Yeah. It's cool though, but y'all, we gonna do Real Housewives of Dubai as promised. This is season 2, episode 1. Ugh, y'all, I don't know what this show needs because they feel like they're missing an element of something. The drama is there, the inspiration's there, the entrepreneurship is there, but it's just something missing, and I don't know what it is. And don't before anyone says, don't y'all say Nina, because no, Nina's not missing. She was very boring for season 1, so no, she's not missing. But something's missing. So
I feel like what's missing is most of this cast. It's just not confrontational, in my opinion. Like Sarah, she'll do snake stuff and then refuse to argue with you. Caroline, Stanberry, she's British, so they're not going to do too much anyway. It's more of a cultural thing with her. And then you have the rest of the ladies. It's like, I mean, they are in Dubai. We do have to acknowledge the fact that this show was hard to come together. It took years before they could even get approved to film. They have different laws, customs, and I do know that like talking loud in public, arguing, like all it takes is one citizen or person complaining, and they'll lock all of them up. So I feel like that's a piece of it. I don't think it was the smartest city to do a show in, and they should all be rich enough to where you could like show women who live in Dubai regularly, like maybe in their vacation homes or something, because there's no way they're in that desert 365 is what I'm saying.
Interesting point. Everybody knows that is my dream destination to visit, so I cannot wait to visit because it always looks so amazing there. It just does. And I look at hotels there all the time, and I'm just like, oh, I cannot wait because they're like $79.99 for the best hotels. I'm just like, oh, y'all really? Yeah, don't wonder people go all the time. I'm about to start. So, hello, HK_X. Thank you for being here, love. We appreciate you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the show opens up actually with Lisa Milan. She actually is doing this new sport called, I think it's called paddle. I believe that's what it's called. It's like another version of tennis. She invites Ayan out there, and Ayan would just want to look cute and just come out there and just, live that lavish wife's lifestyle of being, another Grace Jones, because that's who she looks like to me. She looks like Grace Jones. But Lisa is telling her how to play, and they got 2 coaches to come over there and play with them. And it was fun. It was cute. I enjoyed the scene. After the little game was over and they're drinking their smoothies, she's saying that she's going to throw a little event to and bring all the ladies together because they have not seen each other in about a year since they were in New York filming the reunion. And Ayan said that, oh yeah, I'm actually going to meet with Stonsberry, and that's how I'm gonna say her name, Stonsberry. I'm gonna say it all British like that. And then Caroline Brooks is gonna be Brooks. So for those of y'all who don't know, there's 2 Carolines on the show. We have Caroline Stansberry and we have Caroline Brooks. So Stansberry and Brooks is how they're gonna be addressed on my channel going forward.
Smart.
Yeah, because I don't have time to be doing the whole name thing. So she said that they have been reaching out to each other and trying to bury the hatchet. So they're going to meet up sometime and, kind of catch up and, try to put the past behind them. And Lisa said, that's good. That's good. But you guys understand these 2 have fell out recently. So we don't know if this is the undertone that helped them fall out or if there's other things. But in this scene, I noticed that they were both kind of doing the territorial thing where they didn't want each other to have other friends. Like Ayan didn't want Lisa to be involved with this paddle thing where she has all these girlfriends playing this. And then the same thing when it came to Stanberry. I feel like Lisa was kind of, getting rubbed the wrong way because now this lady has to go and be with someone you didn't get along with the first season. Mrs. Best, how did you feel about that?
So Lisa and that fake accent needs to come on. I'm gonna say that. I want everybody to look at Lisa Milan, as she likes to say it. She was on College Hill BET years ago. Okay, she don't talk like that. Um, so that's one. Two, I want Chanel to find a good wig finally. That's just a side note. The two of them, I do feel like part of their fallout is because of the whole issue that Caroline had. But it's just weird to me that Ayan is even getting cool with her because they really got into it bad last season. So I'm looking at it now like, why are you suddenly so forgiving and so okay? So now I'm looking at Chanel Ayan a little bit just from this first scene and throughout the entirety of the episode. I'm looking at her like, okay, are you going to be that person that each season is just doing whatever you have to do and befriending whoever you have to befriend so that you can stay relevant? That's what I think is going to happen with Ion. And I love Ion, I do, but that's all I really got from this scene. Um, if they did fall out because of Caroline, they're stupid. That's what
Very stupid. If they're yeah, if y'all really fell out over Stansberry, y'all are really crazy because that is not a lady to fall out over. But
at all.
speaking of Stansberry, her and her husband, her husband is young enough to be her child. Might I ask? They driving around in her little pink Porsche, going to their home, and they're talking about how move. They're building a brand new home. They just got approved for a mortgage because in Dubai, it is extremely difficult to get a mortgage. Stansberry says like winning the lottery. It is really hard. She had to go through a lot of health avenues and a whole bunch of oaths to get this mortgage. So they're living with with her best friend, him, and all I guess all her kids, and she's saying that it's really inconvenient because they don't have a lot of sex, which she actually enjoys. Him, on the other hand, because he's so young, that's what he's looking forward to. And it was like when I was listening to this, I was like, see, you really didn't think. Honestly, I felt like she wanted a man, but she wanted a convenience man. She wanted someone like when she ready to have sex, he gonna want to have sex. She didn't think about getting somebody in their 20s, and this is what happens. They just like bunny rabbits, baby. I don't know what you was thinking, but okay. So they get to the house and everything is still being renovated. And I actually just recently looked at it today. Um, and it's beautiful. She That's definitely money well spent because the home is absolutely. I love all of the decor, and I don't even like Stansberry like that. So I'm just like, okay, she did really good. The house seems like it's gonna come along fine. How did you feel about watching this scene with Stansberry and that little young husband?
She has a storyline. I cannot deny that. The
Hmm.
problem is the storyline is the fact that this relationship is weird. I don't understand why they got married when last season she made it very clear that she don't know if she can still have kids and she don't really want them neither. But he still wants to have a baby. I don't know what he thinks of the female body. I don't know if he understands the age of eggs, but that is what he wanted. I don't take their marriage seriously, and I think that they broke. I don't think they're broke, but I think that Caroline is the only income.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree completely. I think that is the only income. I don't think he has, and he gives me busboy at the local five-star restaurant. That's what he gives me. I don't know what he comes from, but I know she comes from a lot of money. I just don't know if he does. So I don't know. We'll see how this storyline pans out going forward with them, but I just don't see them lasting. I don't, John. I'm not trying to be hating, but it just gives that at some point she gonna get tired of him, and at some point he's gonna get tired of the fact that he settled for this marriage. I'm just saying. That's what it gives to me. But moving on, y'all. We then Her husband gives best friend vibes. He does. Yeah,
Right.
he absolutely
Yeah.
does. He absolutely does. And maybe that's what it was. She didn't want to be lonely because her kids are all grown, I think, with the exception of one. So I think maybe that's what it was. She didn't want to be alone. So she just got married, and yeah, because he did give like personal assistant vibes too at the same time. So, if she like it, I love it. But anyways, moving on forward here, I'll go over to Brooks. Now, Brooks has this brand new salon, health spa place that she just opened up. It is absolutely beautiful. That is money well spent. She did an amazing job. She said that she opened up her business. She invited the who's who. She said that Stansberry was there, Sarah was there, and we're gonna meet Talene pretty soon here. But she was there as well. But and they asked why you didn't invite Lisa Milan and Ayam, and she said I just invited people that were most important to me, trying to throw a little subtle shade their way. And it was fun shade. It was cute. But I don't like Brooks. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Since this is my first time recapping the show, I don't like Brooks. So she's not gonna be that much of a joy unless something happens this season where I feel differently.
You
Now,
probably won't.
now it has happened, y'all. It has happened before. Um, did Brooks look different to you?
She
She looked different.
did.
She
She
did. I don't know
did.
what it is. I don't know what she did. She does look different.
She looks different. I noticed it too.
Yeah, she looked very different. But like I said, I don't like her, but at the same time, I didn't like Tamika Foster either. And then when she did the show Bold and Bougie, she ended up being my favorite. So it is
Mhm.
very much possible that I could like Brooks at the end of this, but that depends on her at the end of the day. Because the first season I wasn't feeling her at all. So her ex-husband comes in and she's hollering talking about some toilet, and when I tell y'all I laughed so hard at this scene because I could tell she went into this marriage with him thinking she was gonna run this shit, and he had to bring it back down to the asshole for her. He said, oh no, this ain't what we doing, I'm gonna yell at your ass back. I was hollering the entire time. Mrs. Best, how did you enjoy that scene?
the same, pretty much the same as you. I don't really care for Brooks, but she's funny.
Hmm. Did she give off that same vibe that she thought she was gonna run that marriage?
Child.
That man put her in that place. He said, "Don't." He said, "Don't sit on that toilet that's on the floor." I was hollering. I was like, "Yes." I don't really remember him from the first season. I don't, but he
He
made me
didn't
laugh.
really show himself too much at all on the first season.
Yeah, because I didn't. I was saying I don't remember him the first season, but he was funny as hell. I'm like, Brooks, you might want to take him back. I don't know. He wasn't that bad looking either. So I was like, I mean, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with
I don't
Brooks.
think she's gonna find nobody else out there either who gonna put up with her. So she's
Right.
going back to him.
Just gone right because he ain't that bad looking. He still got money. So I mean, hey,
Not he still got money.
because I feel like that's who paid for all this shit. If we keeping it real, I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't know the lady, but I feel like he paid for all that shit. He was the
He probably
contractor.
did, or his child support or something did, but he did in
Yeah,
some way.
because he was the contractor. She said he was the contractor. So I'm like, oh yeah, well then I feel like he paid for it. Absolutely.
I'm
So
like, but how you say last season you wanted to do this on your own and without him because you made it and we're struggling after the divorce. And then you go and hire him to quite literally put together what you said you wanted to do on your own. That's why I
I'm
don't mess with
telling
Brooke. She get on my nerves. Her and them heavy half blend wigs. They get on my nerves, child.
you. Oh God, you about to kill me. So, anyways, y'all. We did go over to Sarah. Sarah is doing her, Sarah's into very spirituality, shaman kind of practices. She is. She's into that. Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not. Sarah pretty much reveals, her last two marriages because she is a two-time divorced woman. And in Dubai, that's very much excommunication of your life, pretty much. Even though her family does support her, but the people in Dubai do look at her a certain kind of way. I remember her saying that the first season. So now we're getting more in-depth story. The first husband was physically abusive, and then the second husband cheated. So it was kind of like she keeps getting these flawed men that have very dire circumstances. And I felt for her, I did, because she said that her son really does want a father figure. Like he really does yearn for that. But she can't really attract, the best positive energy of a man. And I can understand that. I can definitely understand that and I can resonate with her. I don't like Sarah, but I can resonate with this situation. How did you feel looking at that scene?
The same as you. I think a lot of people can relate to that. A lot of people just may run or be attracted to what they view as bad eggs. But I don't like Sarah. I just really don't like Sarah. Is this the scene where that shaman guy was there, or is that another one?
No, this is that scene.
This is where she was hollering.
Yes, and that
into
pillow.
that damn pillow.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's what I want to comment on. Because I don't want to attack her dating life. Because I mean, everybody struggles dating. It's hard out here. But first of all, you talk about you got shamans from Bali. That white man ain't from Bali. That was a white man with a man bun. He looks like the enemy in the game Watch Dogs 2 on it's a video game. Watch Dogs 2. There's the enemy that we got to fight when hacking all the stuff. He had a man bun just like that guy. I
Oh
swear
my
to
God.
y'all, look it
Girl,
up. I'm
I'm
so
not doing it.
serious.
I
I'm
am
a
not doing
gamer.
this
I'm
with you.
sorry. That's the way I related it. I kept thinking of that damn video game character. But separate from that, you talk about you got renowned people from Bali and you came to me with a white man. Look up Bali and what the people look like out there. Please. Where did she find this man? And then why was he giggling and making jokes the whole time? What was in his little shaman stuff that he had? Something was making him feel good about himself. He just kept giggling. And then the way that she hollered into that pillow,
That was creepy.
I didn't understand it. Like, I done had the Holy Ghost in church a few times. I won't lie to you, but I did not holler. I just felt moved. I shed some tears. But to be hollering and into the pillow, why did she have to yell into the pillow? I just didn't understand any of it. So I wish her the best, you know, in whatever it is that she does. But I don't want to see. It's always somebody that's messy in the scene too, trying to get right with energies and shamans and therapists. Sarah is messy too. So I'm like screaming into that pillow, not gonna fix you. So I don't know. She get on my nerves. Which Naya say he's been hired by Bravo. That's why he's giggling. The whole scene was ridiculous. Right.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. That was a ridiculous scene. And hi, Naya. Thank you for joining us, love. That's what I'm trying to do now because originally I didn't like any of them. I didn't like any of them. Chanel, I was okay with. Chanel, I was okay with because she was funny.
She
And
was.
Lisa, I was okay with because she did bring it that season. But as far as everybody else, I don't like Brooks. I don't like Sarah. I didn't like Nina. I don't like Stansberry. So it was kind of like, what else is there? And the thing about it is, a lot of these women aren't likable. So it's
That's
like,
true. That's
damn,
true.
like how y'all gonna be the inspiration that all of us? Because trust me, if I could live in Dubai, y'all, I would. But I know they don't like my kind. So therefore, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to even put myself in that situation. One of my favorite movies is Broke Down Palace, and when I tell y'all I don't want to end up like that, and for those of you who have not seen that movie, go watch it and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, moving on from Sarah, we then have a little scene with Lisa and her kids. The little boys play soccer, and she's talking with the lady who designed her website. It was a nothing scene. It was like, okay. But she says that her kids are going to one of the top schools in Dubai, and, you know, her hope is that one of them goes pro so she can retire. And I said, ain't that something young people using y'all kids and stuff to try to get your retirement settlement? Ain't y'all something?
It's just proof. It don't matter if you move across the world.
I'm telling you, it don't matter.
Americans, this is like an American thing, it seems like, because half of my family's African, y'all. That's why I say that. Like, they will train up their kids to be some athletes, get rich, take care of them. But, you know, if the kid likes it, I don't really see the issue with it. Everybody benefits. But she's
That's
smart to
true.
put them in it so young. She is
She
very
is.
smart.
Yeah. I agree with that. She really is very smart. It was my favorite the first season. This season, I'm sad in her heart.
Right, Naya. She's thirsty this season. She liked the
She is
attention.
thirsty, yes. When we get to the situation, her Sarah, I don't know if I fully am side eyeing her with that situation, but I am side eyeing her with the Caroline Stansberry. So we're gonna go ahead and go into that since we're here. So Ayan meets with Stansberry. Stansberry once again is getting drove by her chauffeur, her aka her husband, and Ayan and Brooke are thirsty. Yeah, Brooke been thirsty. That was the first thing we saw when we first met her. So yeah. So as they're sitting down, Ayan gives her, Ayan always has a gift of something that's supposed to represent the avenue of you, right? So she got Stansberry pineapple. She said that the pineapple is kind of like me as well. I'm, prickly. I might have thorns. I might come off rough, but in the end, in the middle, I'm very sweet. And Stansberry's like, okay, I can resonate with that. Okay, that's very good. And as they start talking about the Beyonce thing because apparently that was the thing. This episode was Beyonce performed at the very first Atlantis show because they opened up a new Atlantis resort in Dubai. So they got Beyonce to perform, and apparently Lisa and Ayan were in the VV. It's the VV VIP. Basically, they were partying with Miss Tina Knowles and Kendall Jenner and whoever else was up in there. And Stansberry and Brooks, they was down there in the VIP, in the regular VIP, talking about they can smell Beyonce sweat and all this kind of stuff. And it was like, okay, whatever, if that's the case. So they were talking, saying, yeah, we got great tickets and everything. And she goes, oh, that's good. And then the conversation then turns to basically Ayan saying that she recently reconnected with her mother and found out her mother is not 60, her mother is 80. So she actually may be older than what she says she is. So, and that just tickled Stansberry up. She was like, oh, yes, I would love it. If I could take one of them teeth out your mouth now and determine if you older than me, I'm going to do it. That lady has a problem with being old, y'all. She just does. She has a problem with being old. Y'all was gonna be telling what you, oh, this is you, Miss Special Respond to everybody. Okay, let me see. I wonder how they became cool. They were enemies, weren't they? Um, Let me tell you what this is. And I'm gonna ask Mrs. Best this question. So I feel like this is status inspired. I feel like Caroline Stansberry is well connected, and I feel like Aya want to sit at some of those seats. So she's gonna rub elbows with this lady to try to get ahead because she realizes she
Bingo.
loves Lisa to death, but Lisa don't have those same connections as we saw at that reunion.
She just got
So
money.
exactly. So I feel like I'm just playing chess, y'all. That's all she's doing. She's trying to get in where she fit in. And if I rub elbows with Stansberry, who well connected, and not to mention it's a white lady too. At the end of the day, I know she gonna get me through rooms that the regular black folks in Dubai cannot get me in. So therefore, I'm going to do that. That's all this lunch was about, y'all. That's what this whole friendship is going to be about. And of course, Stansberry is going to take it because at the end of the day, that don't make her or break her. It don't make her or break her to get Ayan through some of these rooms. So that's what I feel, Mrs. Best. You seem like you on board with that too. Is that how you feel too?
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. And no shade, she is African, and they will make friends and be friendly with who they got to, just as any other culture would. Also, I
Hmm.
really think that's just the culture of like making money or having elite status and stuff. But it does make entire sense. But if that's what she's doing, that's just going to turn the fans off of her even more a
I
little
agree.
bit,
I
you
agree.
know. And I really want to see her in some regular clothes, like the big glam looks. Sometimes they're beautiful, other times it's like okay, but she's a beautiful woman. I just want to see Ayana in some leggings and a t-shirt or a crop top or something. Oh, it's getting to be a bit much, these outfits and stuff. Listen, these getting
I
a little
100% agree. Like she is just over the top. It is too hot out there to be doing all that. Like you need to do something different, ma'am. That's all we gonna say. I don't know what it is, but you need to do something different. You need to wear some clothes that look comfortable in hot temperatures. That's all I'm gonna say. So I like the fact that Ayan advertises herself as a model, but I agree. I'm gonna need her to sit when you see her in some trackies.
I'm just saying, at
She
least
ain't
the
gotta
thing
wear. She
they're
ain't
going.
even gotta wear trackies. Like she could wear, I think, fat, like nice, like little maxi dresses that are, fit to her body. Maybe have a nice split and some heels. Ayan coming there with gowns and heavy ass wigs and damn platform heel shoes and stuff, and we're trying to figure out where are you going because isn't this country supposed to be conservative? Isn't that the whole point? So I don't understand, or even how. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be cute.
something
That
simple.
would be cute too. That would be cute. Yeah, absolutely. We knew what you meant. HK_X. We knew what you meant. But yeah, absolutely. That would be cute on her as well. She need to do something because the dresses is heavy. Then they finna fall up off of her. We gonna get to that scene in a minute. That shit was funny as hell. So we then go back to Brooks. Brooks introduces us to her friend Talene. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I feel like I know who Talene is back in the States back in that time because when I saw her sing, I was like, that sounds so familiar. But we're not gonna say who she's worked with until the end. But Talene is a singer. She's from LA or from Virginia, but she moved to LA and has lived there for 9 years. When she got married, her husband wanted to move to Dubai, so that's what they did. And when she got to Dubai at the time that she was here, there wasn't very many people immigrating from America to Dubai. So all she really knew was Brooks, because Brooks been there forever. So Brooks was like, "Oh, okay, yes, this is my friend, and this is how it is." And they hit it off, and we good girlfriends now, 10 years later. And she brings up the Beyonce concert. And she said, because Stansberry was with them, and she said that Stanberry could keep her eye off of her. And she was like, "Well, why?" She goes, "I don't know. That's just something she just felt the way about you." So we don't know what's going on, why Stansberry would feel the way about Talene because they were just having fun at the Beyonce concert. So, Mrs. Best, what was your first impression of Talene, and do you think she's likable?
I think Talene is likable. I do. But I'm sick of hearing about this Beyonce concert. Okay. Half of the people at the concert name a song off her first album. Name the name of the first album. Did you listen to every song on the writings on the wall? Like half of these people just be bandwagon now because they see that she's big, everybody like her. First of all, it's a concert. Beyonce does put on a great show, though. I'm not gonna lie, she does put on a really
Absolutely,
good
she
show.
does. I went to
I
her
won't
concert
take
last
that
year.
from Beyonce, but I'm like, at the end of the day, you guys are at a concert and you're on the Housewives of Dubai. Your franchise quite literally should represent money. So the fact that y'all are crying and bragging about being in an elite box and the VVIP and all of this, to me is like stupid, because you guys should be used to that or adjusted to that type of life. You're in Dubai. But as for what happened, first of all, Brooks is being messy. Two, I don't blame she does seem like the type to get a little lit and have a little extra fun. I will say that. But overall, she seems likable. I do think that she'll butt heads with a few of the ladies, though, just because of her personality.
Mhm.
I do see her butting heads with them, but I feel like she'll make peace with a few of them. I
Mhm.
do think she'll fall out with Brooks, though, now that she's on this show.
Do you do?
Yeah, I don't think that
Oh,
they're as
okay.
close friends as they try to portray themselves as.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
just don't feel that
I can
way.
see
I
that.
I think that they, in some ways, trauma bonded because they're both in a foreign country because of some man. They didn't know anybody. They can't really do too much, especially in Dubai as a wife. So I feel like they probably bonded over that. But I don't think they have that deep of a friendship. I feel like as they both made friends in Dubai away from each other, they probably strayed. They seem like the type of friends that like get together and have a good time.
I think
I
she
just
is. I just need to hear about her puss on display. Girl, let us get to know you first.
Well, that was Stansberry and Brooks' fault. We wouldn't have known.
We wouldn't have
They
known.
didn't
Yeah, we
say
wouldn't have
Stanberry
known.
didn't say
So
nothing.
let's go ahead and move on to that scene since not Naya, here you go. Now
Naya
you
is
do it
ready
good.
today.
Naya ready today. Naya just ready. I agree, especially since we heard she laughed at her friend with someone. Yep. But y'all understand Brooks is shady. I don't understand why people not
She
seeing
is.
that. Brooks is shady as hell. Like Brooks is someone you can't trust. As soon as I saw that she was friends with Phaedra, I said, "Yep, okay, never mind. Absolutely not Brooks. Absolutely not." So it's Lisa's event, and I want to eat at this restaurant. When I get to Dubai, I want to eat at this restaurant. So they're going out, and Chanel is having a hard time keeping her dress on because it had slid off of her ass. All that damn baby oil and shit she had on.
Shut up, James.
I'm just saying, I'm just like, see, this is what we be talking about. Why is you coming over there with this heavy ass wig and this damn? I mean, that dress had to be 60 pounds. It had to have been. So she's struggling to get to the table, and everybody's laughing. And once again, we got I don't even remember what is Stansberry's husband's name.
Don't matter.
Stansberry husband and her little pink Porsche pull up, and she goes over there. And surprisingly, her and Lisa make cool. They hug it out, and she sit at the table before Stansberry, not so, before Brooks and Lisa and Sarah get there, they start talking, and they're just like, Lisa's like, I feel like we got off to the wrong foot. I felt like we both said things about each other, and I would like to give you a fair chance, and I would just want to see what it will be like and everything. And it was kind of backhand. It was very backhanded. I will say, Lisa, that was very backhanded, but I don't like Stansberry. So at the end of the day, yeah, that's exactly what you should do. Is watch her because it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before she, has a problem with you again. So yeah, definitely watch her. So when Brooks, Talene, and Sarah get there, automatically Ayan's energy is kind of like standoffish. She did say hi to Sarah, and Talene is just twirling. She is happy to be here, and Brooks is drunk as hell already. So that means they was turning up in the car before they got here, which is illegal. Y'all shouldn't be
Another
doing that.
reason why, sorry to interrupt, I do not think that these ladies are friends. Every memory that they gave, every photo that they provided of them throughout the years showed them with some type of adult alcoholic beverage in their hand. They are not friends. And secondly, okay, Caroline, it's season 2, Brooks. Why the hell you still drunk? This like last season, if everybody thinks back to season 1, she would be like awkwardly just uncomfortable, like just belligerently drunk like your uncle in the hood at the cookout, like just drunk. And now she's doing it again. I'm like, how you show up to the event drunk?
Right.
We'll give you grace if you're getting drunk as you go, and they could show that clip where you're just taking cups back. But you showed up drunk in that damn wig again.
Right, and she's slurring her words and everything. It was kind of like,
Ooh,
what is
nice.
going on here? Nah, this is what we be talking about. This is what we be talking about. Plink Flamingo Foods just with some high heels and sand.
Why didn't she take off her high heels to walk to the table?
No, why
It's
would she
just
think
sand.
she could have unzipped the extra train on that dress and just wore it as a little fishtail net dress? I don't understand why she had all them damn layers and shit. That was just too much.
Have you peeped how whenever Chanel comes to an event, the producers put the weather outside?
Right. Because we all trying to figure out. Let me tell y'all something. When I go to Dubai, I'm going to make sure that I'm as comfortable as possible, but also as conservative. Because as I said, I'm a walking target there. So I'm going to be as conservative, and then I'm gonna go by myself because I don't need no foolishness. So I'm gonna go by myself, spend my 7 days there, and I'm gonna bring my black ass back. I ain't gonna do
Me
that
with
with you,
you.
huh? We can go. You can come with me. I don't get a room big enough.
And we just pretend, just hold my hand.
We can't do that out there.
What? You can't hold hands? Hell.
No, okay. So this is how my friend explained it to me because him and his husband went. You can hold hands, you just can't make out or you can't kiss. So they were fine. He said we were fine. We held hands and everything. We were fine. They didn't trip off like that. We just couldn't be intimate with each other in front of everybody.
Wow.
So I said, oh, okay. He goes, because he keeps telling me you're going to be fine when you get there. Like it's not that deep, even though it's technically illegal. It's not fundamentally illegal. Like they're not gonna trip off of you. They just really not gonna do it because they
Yeah.
understand that that's people's life. First of all, they understand foreigners are different people anyway, and like people who travel and stuff to that country are going to be different. So they're not going to trip off of you. They just don't want you to do what you would normally do. That's what she was saying. But I said, I ain't got nobody to do that with, so it's gonna be fine. Unless I meet somebody. So but that's what he said. So going back to the show, y'all. Sorry, that was a little rabbit hole. Me, and Mrs. Best always got to go through a little rabbit hole. But it comes up that Sarah is helping Brooks with her spirituality and getting her with a shaman, and immediately Ayan rolled her eyes at Lisa, like she couldn't believe it. And I saw Sarah peep it, and so Ayan was like, "Look, Sarah, let's keep it real. I don't like when I allowed you to bring me to that, spirituality, and you said it was going to be good for me, and then it ended up being that you exploited me to say I was using my story as I was some victim." And Sarah's like, "I didn't say that, Ayan. I did not say that you were a victim. I just said that you hurt people in the process, and you shouldn't hurt people." And I was like, the fuck that got to do with you telling the people that she using her story? Because we all read the art. Y'all, if y'all have not read the article, it's all over the place. And what was said in there was pretty much what Ayan is saying. It is saying that she is using her story as being a victim when she predicates inappropriate behavior with other people. That's what she said in the story that I read. So for me, I kind of felt where Ayan was coming from. I kind of felt like that was something that she really didn't want to tell y'all, and she didn't want to tell the world. So she felt like she was in a safe enough place to be that vulnerable to expose that part of her childhood. And what you did was take it and then make it seem like, well, still, she shouldn't treat people like this and use her story as an excuse because that's what you're saying. And so it was getting heated. It was Everyone was like, "Oh my god, can y'all take that somewhere else and y'all talk it out?" I think it was Stansberry who said it. 'Cause Stansberry was trying. Stansberry. This is the one time I'm gonna agree with Stansberry this season. Stansberry is like me. As I said, I want to go to this restaurant when I get there. They had lobster and spicy tuna rolls and all kind of shit. Y'all is not gonna ruin my meal over this foolishness. So y'all take that over there. I was with me and Stansberry sitting right next to each other to get finna eat our lobster rolls and stuff. I ain't got time for y'all. So Sarah and Ayan excused themselves. And when Ayan fell in that chair, I hollered because I said, that's what you get. Because we all know what happened, y'all. She stepped on the back of that damn dress and fell. That's what she did. And that's what you get for wearing that big ass, heavy ass dress in this 150-degree weather. Just silly. So they start talking again, and Ayan pretty much said, "You a snake. Like I can't trust you. Like I can't. Like why would you say that? Like that hurt me." And Sarah, instead of you apologizing, and this is what I don't like about Sarah, y'all. Sarah is very self righteous. She has let spirituality make her self righteous because it can do that. It really can. Spirituality in a whole can get you to in a point in your being to where you feel like being self-righteous is the move to make because it doesn't come off that way to you, but to everybody else it does. And I just felt like she was completely self-righteous. What it hurt you to say, you know what, I apologize to you because I understand that that was a very vulnerable moment that you shared with me and I shouldn't have even spoke on it. I don't know who I agreed with here. I here's the thing, because I know Sarah probably didn't do it with the intention to hurt her, because I think Sarah was trying to make a correlation and it just didn't go well. And I have to put the blame on her for that because that's a dangerous topic to do a correlation with her behavior because you could have said she's mean. Just point out she's just mean. Like she just likes to, say what she want to say, do what she want to do, and she's over the top. That's all you have to say. Because we can prove that. But what we can't prove is how her story makes her this way because I don't agree with that. I don't agree with her trauma.
Listen, I personally was annoyed with the situation just because I feel like the only reason Sarah said anything when Chanel Ayan came through as the breakout star for this show, which she was last season. You do see some of the females did. I noticed some of them jealous off camera just with how they handled their little social media accounts. So Sarah, who preaches spirituality and is advocate and has shown herself in therapy, like you're not qualified to say that her trauma is able to be used in any way, negatively, positively, in anything. She's not qualified to speak on no one's trauma but her own because that's all she should really be speaking on. So I didn't understand why she had to comment on that in the first place. She could have made her point about Ayam without bringing up the things that happened to her at all. She could have just said, regardless, it's unfortunate what happened to her, but she still can't be treating people the way she treats people and she still needs to be accountable. But instead, she chose to bring that little piece, which is a big piece for Ayan in there. I think it's likely jealousy. I felt like Sarah has a jealous personality from the moment I saw her on the screen season one. That's just personally how I feel. And oftentimes people who are so, I'm about spirituality and I love women and I want to uplift women when every opportunity she gets, even outside of this Ayan situation, She tears down women. She talks about women. She's cliquish. Like everything that she preaches, if you look at her actions, she does the exact opposite. So because of that, I'm on Ayan's side, but I will say to hold Ayan accountable, like the things that Ayan said on Twitter is like, girl, you don't help yourself when you do
And
you
that's what I'm saying,
respond the way that Ayan does on Twitter.
and that's where I'm a side eye her because I kind of felt like we all know that Sarah's one of the richest ones here. We're not gonna act
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Sarah don't come from money and Sarah got it together. So you're saying that because you don't have a comeback. And that's where you're messing up because people in that country take that shit serious. It's not like
yeah,
the US where we laugh at people calling people bums and bullshit, but
yeah.
here
They
we all
really
for
take
yeah.
that
They take that shit serious. So you can't be doing that. Like you can't really be saying that. So I side eyed her for that reason, but I still am on her side because I feel like, as I said, Sarah did some more crazy ass like unrealistic correlation. It's just an unrealistic correlation.
Well,
You
that's
can't
the
do that.
thing. She comes from money, and unfortunately, it is a fact. It socioeconomic status impacts people's behaviors and how they are in their environments and in the world. And I think that that's why if you peep with any person, even when Sarah is like point blank just wrong, she will never just admit it or apologize. Like she not
Right.
used to being wrong. I don't think she's used to being corrected. But she says she's on a journey, so all we can do is really hope that she's actually taking her journey to be better seriously, which it don't look like.
They don't look like it's
But
me either,
the
but
white
yeah.
man from Bali, I was through with her after that. The white man from Bali with a man bun. I'm so done with her after that. So done
Girl,
with
I
it.
can't with you. But anyways, y'all, then we get on this whole Talene and Stansberry and Brooks situation. So it finally has been revealed of why Stansberry side-eyed her. She said that look, you went face first to the floor and you had your ass and your hole all outside. Everybody, everybody's
You can't even get it out. I want to go laugh so I thought you struggle with.
she said my because I'm trying not to say the P word, so I'm just gonna say that word.
Oh, let me mute myself.
So she did, she said, and then she was all like, "Yeah, my husband saw your nether regions," and she goes, well, "Okay, and like, so what?" But in truth, Celine don't think that man saw that, and I don't think he did either. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all, sometimes white women can over exaggerate stories.
Sometimes there's documented evidence
I'm not gonna put that on
everywhere.
all white women like that, okay? I'm just
It's
gonna
not
say
all
some
of them
stuff.
at all. One of
Yeah,
my best friends, me and James both had a mutual friend we was close to. She was white as hell. Loved her. I don't think, I won't put that on all of them, but there's documented evidence. Y'all seen that that Karen in Oakland complaining because of people barbecue. People been barbecuing at the lake since before me and James was
okay,
born.
before we was born, hell, I think my grandparents got a story about taking the kids up to barbecue. It is what
Right.
it is. Like, but no, but what I'm saying is I feel like she over exaggerated. I feel like that man did not see that shit. I don't care what nobody's I don't care what she says. I don't feel like that shit happened. I feel like she probably did, fall face for maybe the dress did rise up where you saw the cup of her ass. Maybe that's what happened. But I'm not finna sit there and say that that man went and saw her ass and her hoe. Like we're not finna do that.
Why
We
the
just not
hole
going to.
though? Why the hole?
Oh Lord! But then Ayan and Sarah come back to the table. They still fussing and arguing, and then the show comes on because everybody's confused about them not even making up. And that was the episode, y'all. It was okay, but it looked like it's gonna get better, and I'm okay for. I'm gonna be here for the ride. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't like Stansberry. I don't like Brooks. I don't
Damn.
like Lisa. I don't like Ayan. I don't like Sarah. Talene,
Damn.
I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance to be likable. But I don't like any of them. I just feel like they're not likable.
Oh my goodness.
Do you like any of them? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah,
Well,
and you
give
said
me a second. I
no.
wasn't done thinking.
Yeah, you ain't got to think that damn hard. Hell, come on now. It's a simple. Who do you like? Who you don't like? You don't watch the episode.
You know what? I don't really care for any of them. I don't. I
But
used
here's the
to like Ayan is the problem, but I don't really care for her no more.
Right. I just feel like she just gonna be all if her whole storyline finna be all up Stanberry ass. I'm not finna be with this, y'all. I'm just not. I'm just not gonna be with this. So they all have a chance to turn me around because I feel like Brooks will turn me around, and I feel like I'm gonna give Lisa another chance if she come correct, depending on this beef between her and Diane. Because I feel like I know where I'm gonna stand with them two. I really do. I feel like I know where I'm gonna stand, but we'll see what happens. They are rich, out of touch women. We like them for entertainment purposes, and I aspire. And I aspire. When I tell y'all, I would love to live this life.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love to live this life. I would love to go to a country that's that rich and be in the non-Muslim section of the grocery store, grocery shopping, and doing all my things, and just driving in my G wagon, and just I would love this
You
life.
know what though, that I will say that I really like about this franchise? It's not, I don't know if it's because of the customs of Dubai, but like, especially with me having to go over what happened on New Jersey, they don't really go low. Like they'll talk, shit to each other. They'll go bad on each other. They really will. They'll be messy, but they're not like talking about each other's kids and,
Right,
oh, your husband's cheating on this. Like
right.
they really do seem to respect the sanctity
Well,
of
we'll see. Well,
marriage
I don't know yet because we'll see
thus far.
With Talene and this whole Sergio. That's his name.
Yeah.
Sergio situation about him like seeing her shit. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see, but for the most part, they act a little bit better. I'm just saying that y'all, because New Jersey is stressing me out.
Yeah,
So,
that's where we heading to yet next, y'all's New Jersey. Lord Jesus, Jesus
like,
be
what did I
praised.
get myself
That episode was
into?
so dry. Oh my god.
They're not getting a reunion either.
I see why. I see why. Girl, it was hard for me to stay up and watch that
They're
mess.
saying the show itself, they're either going to cancel, do a reboot, or most of the cast to get fired, which I
They
think needs to
They
happen.
need a reboot. I need all new women at this
Yeah.
point. I need all
Yeah.
new women. And they ain't got to be no young things. They could be some old ass women too. I don't care, but I need something else. But anyways, that was Real Housewives of Dubai, y'all. Season 2, episode 1. It was okay. It wasn't the best, premiere episode that we've ever had, but it wasn't the worst either. I feel like the drama is definitely going to be something to see, and I can't wait because I just love the show for the aesthetic. If I for nothing else, the aesthetic. I love looking at Dubai. I just do. So we'll see. But you guys go over to Mrs. Best channel now because we're gonna do Real Housewives of New Jersey right after this video, and that's it. But like, comment, and subscribe to both channels. The recaps I do not do on my channel, Mrs. Best does on hers, and vice versa. So y'all come on down there and we'll see you on the next recap. Thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate you. Bye.